Hello. Yes, I'm not saying good morning because it's 5:55 p.m. on Thursday afternoon, but this video will be released publicly tomorrow morning around the normal time that I usually release my videos. The title that I've chosen for this unusual timing video is If Everyone Was Like Me or Like You. Have you ever wondered what the world would be like if everyone was just like you? I've pondered that question often. Besides boring, since I like the wonder of diversity, there are qualities I see in me that, if everyone had them, the world would be a better place. That may sound egotistical. Frankly, I don't give a damn how it sounds. I'm mostly honest in a world built on lies. And as I see it, lies are the root cause of virtually all the world's ills. Even when I'm wrong, and I've been wrong a lot, it was not that I intended to hurt anyone. I feel grateful for that. While there have been times I was not fully honest to keep from hurting or being hurt, I've often ended up reconciling that to some extent. I really wish people could see my heart and know my intent. If more could see that, the world would be a better place, for that would mean the qualities in me are also in them. Are these qualities in you? It's been an interesting day. I got up and made my video with Aristo go public somewhere near 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't remember the exact time. And after everything was done and I caught up on my emails, I went back to bed by 5 o'clock or so. I don't even know the exact time. And when I woke back up, I was in excruciating pain, like I have rarely experienced. I'm still feeling some of that pain right now. I've had it all day. I've tried several things, soaking in Epsom salts and sitting in a vibrating chair that I hardly ever use, but I have one, and exercise and rest and meditation. And the thing that seems to have alleviated it the most is listening for about an hour before doing this video to Jackie Ivanko. It's good to have an angel sing to you, even if she is just a little girl. She's an angel to me. In any case, there's been a lot of introspection going on. I thought of that question actually before today. I've been really thinking about it a lot today. What if everyone was just like me? Unlike many people, I've been willing to change my mind a lot in my life and let go of things that didn't seem right to me anymore. And sometimes I've waffled back and forth, like things like the ego and creating our own reality, and things that in my groups are taken for granted. Well, the ego is bad. Yes, we create our own reality, and all sorts of other things. And I've made it a point, as much as I can in my life, to tell the truth. And there are times that I've agreed with some of these things. There's times that I've taught some of these things myself. And I'm sure I offend people when I start saying they thought I was in their belief system, and all of a sudden there I am challenging their belief system. And so some of them unfriend me. Some of them write me nasty emails or make bad comments or nasty comments on some of the things that I say. Although not so much anymore, quite honestly. It was a lot more in the beginning. But I've been exploring a lot of these things today as as I've dealt with some of these pains and aches and discomforts in my body. I'm committed to telling the truth, and the truth changes based on my experience. Now you say, Ron, then that's not true. That's not truth. If it changes, it's not true. And yes, I understand that there are certain things that are absolute truths, but for the most part, truth is experiential. Truth is subjective. Truth is telling it like it is from the vantage point where I'm at right now. That's truth. How do I feel? What am I thinking? What's going on with me? That's truth. And that's the truth I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the absolute truths that I don't even know. And it's an absolute truth to me that if you hurt someone else, you're hurting yourself. It's an absolute truth that we're all connected. It's an absolute truth that there is unity in the world even when it doesn't appear to be. There are certain things that I think are foundational. There's an absolute truth that love is the key, that we came from love and we return to love and we experience everything that's not love in between. And telling the truth about what we're experiencing, to me, is the only truth that sets us free. It's the only truth that I can ultimately embrace, even if it means sometimes I might sound inconsistent in my beliefs, because beliefs are like the clouds. They change with the blowing of wind, and they are perhaps nothing much more than wind. Clouds just appearing and disappearing. Lots of things appear and disappear. Lots of perceptions change depending on what's happening in the moment. I admit that this thing with the lady from Canada, I can't get over that. At least I haven't yet. I mean, my heart opened perhaps wider than it ever opened, only to be wounded by someone that I thought was like me. I see now that I was, as Aristo said, I was seeing through rose-colored glass. He didn't say it that way, but that was the implication. I was seeing her through rose-colored glasses, ignoring some of the things that were probably there, but I didn't want to see them because I wanted it to be what I've always wanted. I wanted it to be that the universe had provided someone who would love me as I am, the way that I was willing to love her, even though there were a lot of baggage, a lot of problems that came with that. I was still willing. As I said, I opened my heart wider than perhaps I'd ever opened it before. And even though she and I never met, I imagined her here with me a lot. And that hurts. Some people don't like me talking about that. They say, Ron, get over it. Get over it. Well, I'll get over it when I get over it. Just like everyone else. We'll get over what we get over when it happens. Until then, to me, the only respectable spirituality is one that allows you to tell the truth. Not one that pretends. Not one that fakes it till you make it. Not one that's built on lies. Lies is the problem in our world. That's the matrix. The whole matrix system is putting on appearances, wearing a plastic smile, saying what people want to hear rather than what is true for you in the moment. One of the things that I think of attracted people to listening to me at the very beginning, and hopefully that's still true, is my willingness to be authentic, my willingness to be vulnerable, my willingness to tell the truth, my truth, at that time, in that moment. I've been told different times to take certain videos down where I've been angry and where I've used four-letter words or whatever. Take those videos down. That's a bad example, Ron. Yeah, I've been told that. Some of those videos, ironically, are the ones that draw the most attention. I would like some of the more peaceful videos to draw attention because Those are some of the more powerful lessons. But people are attracted to someone that's telling the truth with anger, not someone that's telling the truth with love. It's ironic that that's how it works, but that's how it works. That's how the world is. That's why the news media, if it bleeds, it leads. They emphasize pain and suffering because pain and suffering is what people identify with, not love. If everyone was just like me, we would identify more with love, which is why I love Jackie Evancho, why I love the way she sings and her authenticity, the way she comes across is so genuine, so innocent. And I hope that I come across with some of that same innocence, even though, as Aristo says, sometimes innocence is also ignorance. And sometimes, as my friend Margie says, the innocence can be very naive. People told me that in regard to the lady from Canada and other things that have happened in my life, the police coming here and the sheriff deputy coming here and assaulting me in my own home, that all of these things I brought on myself because, after all, their belief is, the standing belief right now is we create our own reality. And I'm telling you from where I sit right now, that's total BS from the human point of view. Maybe from the divine point of view it's true, but from the human point of view it's not true at all, because I don't know anyone that would ever choose to suffer. I don't know anyone that would ever choose to hurt or be hurt if they made conscious choices. We do not create our own reality from any point of consciousness as human beings. We don't do that. Life is something that happens to us. And we're all victims. And we all are victimizers to some degree or another. And if we recognized that and owned it, we might be able to fix it. We might be able to heal it. But as long as we're in denial that we didn't create this, and yet take responsibility, well, I didn't create it, but here I am. Here I am. What can I do to help? What can I do to heal in myself and to help others heal in themselves? What can I do that would make the world better? That would uplift people, that would encourage people, that would build on that which is good and heal that which isn't. The idea that there is no good or no evil is more matrix bullshit. Just like you create your own reality, just like the ego is bad. All of this is matrix bullshit to keep us at war with ourselves, to make us feel guilty, to shame us, to keep us living less than what we live. And the belief that, well, it's all going to be better on the other side. Well, if we only wait for the other side, we'll never fix this side. And the world will always be a purgatory at best and a hell at worst. It will never be heaven on earth. There will never be peace. There will always be conflict because we lie. It's all because we lie. We lie to ourselves, we lie to each other, and we've created a culture that everything is a lie. Everything is inside out and upside down. Everything is backwards. Nothing is truthful. People say one thing and mean the exact opposite. Our whole legal system is built on perversion of the word, of the meaning of words. So that understanding means, do you stand under my authority? Bullshit, that's not what understanding means, but it's what it means to lawyers, it's what it means to judges, it's what it means to law enforcement officers. It's what it means in our lying culture. I'm so happy with the OPPT that the emphasis is on complete transparency. It's on telling the truth. Because if we're going to change the world, people are going to have to become more like me, more truthful about what they're experiencing, what we're going through, and not put on the happy face when you're not feeling happy. When you're hurting, to say, I'm hurting. When you have a need, you say, I have a need. I've never made this about asking for help. I do appreciate your prayers. I do appreciate those that listen regularly. I do appreciate comments and emails, and especially the supportive ones, but sometimes even the ones that challenge me a little bit if it's done nicely. I don't like the things that are overly critical, or people that are trying to make me wrong because they have a different point of view. It's not about right or wrong in that respect, but there is right and wrong. There are some things that are blatantly wrong. Hurting someone else intentionally, lying, is always wrong. It's always wrong. Which is why I emphasize telling the truth, and why I'm telling you the truth now. I appreciate your prayers and your support. I am experiencing physical pain, probably as the result of some of the emotional pain that I've been feeling over the past month or so. This is where I am on Thursday afternoon, or Thursday evening at, it's now 6:11. Oh, that's right, I started at 5:55. Duh, forgot what time I started. Anyway, I do appreciate you listening. Thank you. I hope you can feel my heart and know that my intention is for the world to heal and for all the pain to stop. Thank you. Namaste.